Hi, I'm Robert Manuels. I'm the creator of the new documentary film called Crossing the River. I'm here at Somerset Historical Society where Rick Manuels Jr. from Swindle City Auto Glass, the sponsor of the show, Tim from the Fall River Historical Society, Diane and Bill from the Somerset Historical Society, Dennis J. Smith, and Jamie Manuels. For those of you who didn't get a chance to see the movie, Crossing the River is an hour and 40-minute documentary about the history of crossing the Taunton River between Fall River and Somerset, Massachusetts, from Native American times to present day. And if you didn't get a chance to see the movie, you might want to check out the preview at my website. It's rmanfilms.com. That's rmanfilms.com. The world premiere took place December 9th at Cuss Middle School in Fall River. And unfortunately, we had some bad weather that day. But despite the bad weather, we still had a great turnout. Before I reveal how much we raised, I just want to thank the Fall River School Department and Joe Correa, who made it so easy to set up this show and very affordable. And I got to thank Shane Bazina. He's the maintenance guy at the school. He made sure everything was safe and salted. So thank you. And I got to thank everybody who showed up that night to support this movie because we did really well. So the grand total that we raised was $1,900. As you know, we're going to split that between Fall River and Somerset Historical Society. So we have two checks. Dennis, do you have those checks?
Yes, I do.
All right. So I got a check here. Let me just get $950 for Fall River Historical Society for $950. Here you go. Very much. Thank you. And to Diane, and there's a $950 check for the Somerset Historical Society. So thank you for all your help. I just want to mention, about 6 years ago, I was leaving this Somerset Historical Society, and Diana, I was getting some information from her about the movie. And she said to me, hey, how long is it going to take you to put this together? I said, about 6 months. And it took 6 years. I mean, it just was way more than I ever thought. It was just, there's so much information in the movie. So I thank you. I think the historical societies are so important to preserving, like, especially local history, which is what this movie is all about. And at this time, I think I just want to thank a bunch of people. I got to thank Swindle City Auto Glass, because without them, we would not have been able to raise this much money, because all the ticket prices and all the water sales went to them. I got to thank the Fall River Historical Society. For about 6 years ago, I worked with Dennis and stuff and gathering up old photos. I got to thank the Somerset Historical Society. And Jamie Manuels, my brother, has worked hard on every movie we ever done. Who else I got? My wife, Rhonda, who worked very hard on this movie, and she's the best wife ever. I love you. And my mom and dad, who supported my filmmaking dreams for many, many years, and always encouraged me and my brothers to always try your best and do and be who you want to be, and to do good things. I love you, Mom and Dad. And that leads me to my mother-in-law, who made an amazing costume for this movie. She made the outfit for Wiedemo. And so how that went down, Carolyn Hofshire, who plays Wiedemo, gave me the measurements, and I brought them to my mother-in-law. They never met. She made the costume with the material. We brought it back, and it fit for a shot, and she just did an amazing job. Thank you, Ruth J. Roderick. And that leads me to who the movie is dedicated to. It's dedicated to Thomas J. Roderick, a Somerset resident, but also my father-in-law. About 6 years ago, we're researching and writing this movie, and he was very much interested in this movie, very enthusiastic, because he remembered driving over the Slates Ferry Bridge. And so I said, hey, do you want me to do a little interview with you to get you in the movie and you could talk about your experience? And he said yes, but unfortunately, it was such a long process to make this movie. By the time we got time to shooting, he was very ill. So it was fitting for me to dedicate the movie to him. You know, I think of all the movies that I've ever made, he would like this one the best. And he's, you know, he didn't get to see it here on Earth, but I'm sure he's watching from above. Thank you, Mr. Tom. And make sure I don't forget anybody here. Actors and people involved with making the movie: Donald Raposa, Scott Federico, Carolyn Hofshire, Raymond Gadroli, Lee Jones, and last but not least, the host of the movie, Dennis J. Smith. And hey, I want to also thank your wife, Winona Clark Smith, because this was such a long process. She kept you healthy to do it. I mean, we were literally shooting this movie for like 4 years. So thank you to her. And I got to tell you, I've got such a great response. People saying you're an unbelievable, phenomenal host. What do you have to say, Dennis?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for the accolades, but throughout the whole process of the movie, it was just joint effort. I mean, it was Bob's direction, Rhonda's, and their script. And of course, Jamie, as far as the sound, and I just couldn't do that without it. As far as, and you really have to appreciate the many hours that Bob had really put into this work, into this movie, as far as the rework and such like this. When we left the theater, I was talking to people, and the majority of people were saying how they didn't know that. They didn't realize that Fall River had so much to offer. And like Jamie had mentioned earlier, says, you know, we're all concerned, of course, of national history and world history, but don't forget local history, because, I mean, that's our heritage, you know, and I want to thank you. Bob, thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, so that's it. If you didn't get a chance to see the movie, it will be playing in other places, and you can check my website, ourmanfilms.com. Thank you.